This is Breaking News.
And breaking news from Coin Local 6, I'm Casey Montoya. Now, we're going to go live to a news conference that's scheduled to begin any moment of Fritz Hayes, who was stabbed to death in his home early Monday morning in Lake Oswego.
Meiser was taken into custody at gunpoint without incident in front of the Super 8 motel on 4th Street in Corvallis. And I just want to say the amount of resources that have been exhausted on this case has just been tremendous. We had folks deployed in Washington, Oregon, California. Multiple agencies were literally working around the clock on this, what we consider a major manhunt. We had serious concerns about the public safety and wanted to make sure we were exhausting all possible resources to get him into custody as quickly as possible. We did develop some information that Meiser was in Corvallis. A team spotted Meiser on the sidewalk walking down the street by the Super 8 motel there. He was taken into custody without incident and was arrested. He's in Sheriff's Office custody now. He's going to be transported to the Clackamas County Jail later today. The victim's family, Maggie Hayes, and her family have been notified. And I just have to say, this is truly an incredible team effort. I mean, to have all these different agencies from the United States Marshal, the FBI, many city agencies to step up and make that huge commitment on behalf of this family and the public safety has just been huge. So we're thrilled to have him in custody.
Sheriff, was it a citizen who spotted him first or one of your agencies?
It was some leads that the investigators were following up on.
Share what those leads are, Sheriff?
Right now, the information that we have from the U.S. Marshals was that they developed information after they were in, once again, like the Sheriff said, they were in Washington, they were in Oregon, they were in California. They followed up on a lot of leads. They followed up on a lead that he was in Corvallis. A team spotted him outside that hotel, got him into custody. So the information that was developed was worked on in multiple places. One of them turned out well, very well.
Was he with anybody, and what transportation, how did he get to Corvallis?
Mr. Meiser was alone at the time of his arrest. Some of that information about how he got there is what the investigators are working on right now.
Did he have any weapons with him?
I'm not privy to anything about the exact arrest. I got a very sketch of the incident, and that's why we held this press conference. We knew that the citizens of Lake Oswego, citizens of the region, Portland and surrounding areas would feel at least a little bit more at ease knowing that Mr. Meiser had been taken into custody. I know for me and my family, that's how I feel.
And if the sheriff's still around, I wonder if he might give us a comment just about the sense of relief having this done now.
Any other questions? We can ask him.
How cooperative? I mean, did he resist a lot? I know you said it was at gunpoint.
The description to me was that the team of the marshals and CCSO detectives that were there basically caught him by surprise and got him into custody very quickly. And no one was injured in the incident at all. We're really pleased about that. Enough people have been hurt so far.
Did you say where he is now?
He's in the custody of the sheriff's office, and he'll be transported to the jail later today. We'll have a photograph of him available as soon as he is booked.
Evan, can you recast the different agencies involved in this manhunt?
Yes. Assisting the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office were Lake Oswego Police Department. Portland Police provided us assistance in following up on leads inside their city. Oregon State Police assisted us. The U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, FBI has assisted us. We've also had community partners that have helped spread the word. The news media have been essential with that effort that we've put forth in getting the information out. Clear Channel Outdoor has provided billboard space. The Lake Oswego School District has helped us share information with the parents of the students there. We've had help from the public, is probably the ones that I think has been the hugest multiplier out there. Passing this information on through social media, through their email list, it gave an opportunity to get that information out. We'll see how this plays out. Everybody has to understand this is the beginning of the second part of the investigation. We have a suspect in custody for the murder of Fritz Hayes. Now, the difficult part of the investigation continues. We have to figure out how did he get down to Eugene, Was anybody harboring him? Was anybody providing him assistance along the way? What did he do in the days leading up to the murder? What did he do until he's been arrested today? All this stuff is things that the investigators still need to figure out so that we can put together a case for the successful prosecution in the murder of Fritz Hayes. And I really think that we've been saying Erik John Meiser over and over and over again. This is about justice for the family of Fritz Hayes.
Was it DNA evidence that tied him to the case?
Those are some specifics that I can't go into yet. Still have to maintain the integrity of the investigation.
Is there anything you can say about the nature of the tip?
I don't have the exact tip or what it was. That's one of the things that as information develops that's appropriate to release, we will be doing that.
Sharon, quick question. How surprising is it
Come on, sir.
for a guy who's 6'5", pretty distinctive, to be walking along the streets in Corvallis when he's wanted for murder?
Right. I think what was unique about this individual was he was extremely tall, he had really kind of unique features, and most likely did stand out quite a bit. But I think kind of get back to the earlier question about kind of the relief. I mean, all of us that have been involved in this investigation have had major concern about somebody else getting hurt. And from talking to the detectives, it was a sigh of relief by all of us that he was taken into custody, and there was this real sense of urgency by all of us not to stop working. And that's where many of these detectives have been working 24 hours. If they are getting a little bit of sleep, they're right back on it, continuing. So it was really shift after shift, and all of us really felt that sense of urgency. I believe the citizens out there did too. We were receiving a lot of 911 calls of folks that fit that description, so patrol folks were responding to a lot of calls. And so I think we can step back, take a sigh of relief. He is in custody. Now, as explained earlier, there's a lot of work. This individual travels around the United States and taking a look at where he has been and are there any other crimes associated with him, because the crimes that he has committed obviously are very, very serious.
Do you have any evidence right now that he's committed other crimes in the last couple of days?
We had information that there was crimes committed before he got here to Portland. And those obviously elevate our concern that he's now committed 2 major crimes, and the potential for additional ones is really a concern for all of us.
I know the family's being very private, but if you talk to them, or is there anybody that can sort of convey their reaction to this development?
It was just relayed to me just that there was a real sigh of relief, and that we're very happy that he is now in custody.
Do we know if Meiser had friends or family in Corvallis?
Nothing specific has been given to us about that. We really wanted to get the information to the public as soon as possible.
Can you talk again just about how dangerous of a person you believe he is?
By looking at his history, he has spent a substantial amount of time in the penitentiary and correctional facilities, and the types of crimes that he've committed from a public safety perspective, looking at this and what had been the crimes that we're looking at him for, we felt he was an extremely high risk. And that's why we brought it to the media, that we felt this urgency to make sure the public was aware of this individual. We weren't trying to alarm anybody. We really wanted to make sure that people had factual information and that we needed their help. And truly, their help gave us a lot of positive tips that steered us in the right direction. And we literally had hundreds of them coming in, a whole team set up just to manage the tips.
Do you think he was staying at that motel, or just happened to be walking past?
In speaking with the marshals, that was not information that they knew at that point. We got the call almost immediately after he had been taken into custody. They knew that we wanted to know about it right away.
Now that you have somebody in custody, can you give us a more detailed sequence of events at the Hayes home?
No, those are still details of the incident we just can't go into yet.
How many people in that team that took him into custody?
I don't know for sure.
Did the staff at the Super 8 Motel say that he had been staying there?
I did not get any of that information. We called the press conference as soon as we knew that he was taken into custody, and we haven't had a chance to be debriefed by that team.
In your jail, will he be held in any special way?
Anybody who comes into the Clackamas County Jail on a Measure 11 crime, an aggravated murder is immediately put on to suicide watch because of the significance of the potential sentence for a Measure 11 crime. And so he'll be in a suicide watch situation.
Any sense at all yet from Chip's leads so far in terms of what he was doing actually in the Lake Oswego area to begin with?
No, nothing at this point that we can piece together that's going to make sense.
How many places you go that ended up not, leads and tips that ended up not leading anywhere? I mean, you just talked about you got hundreds of tips. How did you sort through them all?
There's a triage process that our detectives go through. They look at the strength of the tip, the likelihood of it, is it simply possible for the tip to be true or not. And then they send people out as resources allowed. We ask for assistance from Portland and all the Portland, West Linn, Lake Oswego, Washington County, all at different times helped us out by going and checking out these spottings or tips that we had.
Do you have a number on how many tips came in for this?
Last night it was, or excuse me, yesterday morning it was at 3:50. I don't know where it's at now.
You said he was arrested around 2 o'clock. How much lead time did you have on that? When did you first get the tip that he might be in Corvallis?
That I or the Marshals team?
The Marshals.
I don't know when they first got their tip on that. I know that...
Was it hours or minutes? Or?
I don't know that information. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to debrief with them yet, and I look forward to learning it myself. No more questions. The flash alert information has been sent out. I do want everybody to keep in mind that as information is available, we will distribute it appropriate, and keep the focus here on Fritz Hayes and his family. It's the suspect that did the murder, but really this is about justice for Mr. Hayes. Thank you.
And you have been listening to a news conference from Clackamas County Sheriff's officials where they let us know that the murder suspect was taken into custody around 2 this afternoon at gunpoint next to a Super 8 motel in Corvallis. Erik Meiser, the 37-year-old who's accused of killing Fritz Hayes early Monday morning, is now in custody. And officials saying this is a sigh of relief for them, and it has to be a sigh of relief for everyone in the surrounding communities as well. They say they were worried whether someone else might be hurt if he did not get captured as quickly as this happened. Now, we have team coverage on this. We'll have more for you on our newscast, which starts tonight at 6 o'clock. Make sure you stay with us, KOINLocal6.com, and you can also get breaking news updates on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you back here at 6.